It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Tonight. And I'm looking forward to this trade. We're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
So with Stoudemire sitting on the bench, here's the five for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Brown, Carter out there with Davis. Then there's Yao. Now here's Davis. Pass to Carter. Back to Davis. Over McGrady. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
Now the Lions with it. Johnson surveying the floor. Still Olajuwon.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Second free throw, no good. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Hawks shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. Free throw good from Brown. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. McGrady against Yao. From outside the arc, sinks the three-pointer.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
Pass to Yao. Here's Brown. Back to Yao. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here's Johnson. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Here's McGrady. Atlanta with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
For Cincinnati, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
Pass to Carter. Back to Davis. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Back to McGrady. Trains the three-pointer. McGrady's got a couple of threes now in the first for Cincinnati.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Davis, the pass to Carter. Back to Davis. They set the pick. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range. Davis has got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here's Olajuwon. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Pass to Carter. Back to Davis. Shoots it up. That's in there. Carter with the assist. 7 points in the game.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Here's McGrady. Off target with his three. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. McGrady against Davis. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Brown. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. McGrady dishes to Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
Davis surveying the floor. Shot from the wing. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. A shot by McGrady, no good.
Honestly, guys, that's a shot you expect your players to make.
Back to Carter. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You take a look at Cincinnati, advantage in 1 series. And, of course, Atlanta, right now, quite a ways down below.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they're just hoping to salvage some pride. It's been a tough season. They've got a chance to finish on a positive note, and that's their only goal at this point.
Here's what Cincinnati's going with right now. Wash comes in for Davis, and it's Bain in for Williams. And timeout called by Wes Unseld Jr. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Ingram with the steal. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Grady lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Now, here's Johnson. Hasn't made one yet. Shot clock at 3. Bain rejected by Ingram.
Well, he's one of the longest wings in the league, and right there, putting that reach to good use.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. A moment here now to see the numbers for Anthony Davis.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
The Hawks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Pass to Whiteside. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Atlanta?
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Greg, not many games remain in the season, and the posturing beginning for these teams as they jostle for postseason positioning.
Yeah, this is the time to give full effort and to really communicate. When the pressure rises, teams can either gel together or fall apart.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Stoudemire, no good.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Bosch finds White. Bosch hits the pick for White. 5 to shoot. Johnson for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Johnson's got it all tied up now for the Lions.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Cincinnati has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Puts up a deep 3. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. From about 19 feet, and the jam by Whiteside.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
And they get it back. There's the pick to the paint. Here's Polynice, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
For Atlanta, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Ingram outside. The Hawks working the ball around. Stoudemire wide open. It's good from long range. And the Hawks lead by 3. Johnson outside. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Bosch. Back to Johnson. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Hawks.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bosch, a screen on Ingram. It's Bosch, that time on the assist by Bain.
They've got high hopes that Bosch will be an anchor for them inside. He finishes very well around the basket.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Stoudemire, no good. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for the Lions. It's a 3-point game. White looking around. Off target from outside. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Atlanta up by 3. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Yeah, they really trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
We've got Tracy McGrady. Olajuwon is out there with Desmond Bain. Then it's White, and it's Sigma, and it's center. So we're Stoudemire sitting on the bench. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Davis. He's out there with Carter. Now he's out there with Brown.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the length to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
And Davis gets it to go.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Now here's White. Still without a basket. Carter outside. inside, Davis launches it from deep. The long distance three is buried. And now an 8-point Hawks lead.
Well, Davis has a real skill for getting guys set up and sees openings others might miss.
OrLVsPhi on the wing. Back to McGrady. From deep three-point land. Rebound by the Hawks. And this matchup with Cincinnati, it's their first meeting of the season. Round inside. Guarded by Bain. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brown's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And timeout called by Wes Unseld Jr. He's ready to talk things through with them. Williams is checked in for Bain. Here is a peek at the teams that have dominated defensively in the paint since the All-Star break.
I mean, they've got the intimidation factor down low. Their shot blocking really gives them a reputation, and teams may grow reluctant to want to force the action inside.
Cincinnati trails by 11. And White kicks to McGrady. OrLVsPhi on the wing. Back to McGrady to stop the run. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Davis, the pass to Carter. Back to Davis for three. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 6 assists here tonight.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Now here's White. Scoreless thus far. Williams for three. Tips it. Rebound by Yao Ming.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Down low, OrLVsPhi. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
One shot.
So, Stan, just for old time's sake, do you think the league should bring back the hand check? Do you miss it?
Well, look, Kevin, I think what the league's done with allowing freedom of movement has made this game a lot better than it was. I think the key, as it is in most things, is finding the balance where we're giving the defense a chance, not calling cheap fouls, but also not letting them just physically overpower each other.
Here's White, following the basket by Baron Davis. OrLVsPhi deciding where to go with it. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Sikma.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The shot's good from Yao.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
McGrady passes to Sigma, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Back to Davis. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Cincinnati trails by 11. Here's White. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Brown inside, working on Williams. Davis dishes to Young. Clock at 6. The layup off target.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's McGrady. Lays it up off the glass. McGrady's got 8.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The Hawks will go for a different look here. Here's Blackman. Carter outside. Stoudemire left side. Over Bosch. Shot by Stoudemire, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Williams kicks to Bosch. Williams looking over the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Bosch in the corner. Over Stoudemire. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Back to Stoudemire. To end the cold streak, it's rebounded by Cincinnati.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters. Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Now here's Stoudemire. He has 5. And the jam by Stoudemire.
And short trip for Stoudemire to the rim. And with his athletic ability, there's just no stopping him.
McGrady passes to Davis. And it's Bosch in the corner. Here's McGrady. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. McGrady's got 5 points now this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance the last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And here is Johnson. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is kept back down to 8 points. They needed that one from Tracy McGrady. Now here's Whiteside. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Drills the three-pointer. Stoudemire's got 10 points.
Wow, so much potential for Stoudemire. If he can master that quick release, watch out.
Now, here is McGrady. 11-point game his last outing. Bosch against Stoudemire. Yep, that one goes in there.
Quick and twitchy in the paint. Bosch really getting it done here in year one.
Pass to Stoudemire. To the inside. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The shot's good from Carter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Carter outside. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Nice. Straight power there. Straight power. Now here's Johnson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Pass to Stoudemire. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Johnson outside. Good work defensively by Carter. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Hawks lead by 13. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, they got a lift from their bench. Those guys came in, got the buckets, and took some pressure off their starters.
They have contributors up and down that roster. And let's focus now on the Rookie of the Year contenders. Some great talent coming into the league this year.
These guys have made a great case all season long, Shaq, and now they're processing things even faster, making even better decisions. That's impressive. Yeah, if your front office selected any one of these guys, you can say you won the draft.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
The Hawks leading by 13. Johnson is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then it's Olajuwon. Then it's Williams. And it's Davis in at the 5 spot. And that's the group starting the second half for Wes Unseld Jr. Now here's Davis. Clock at 4. Here's Yao. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game.
And just what we want to see from Yao, setting solid screens and helping out.
Pass to Olajuwon. Rebound by the Hawks. Davis with it. Now Carter for the 3. Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Williams kicks to McGrady. Davis down low. Davis owning in the paint and gets it to go.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strengths.
Pass to Carter. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. Olajuwon's got his 5th rebound in this one. McGrady dishes to Davis. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
The ball goes to Atlanta.
And now we go to the 2K leaderboard to find out which teams have had the hottest shooters since All-Star.
No doubt their offense has really hit its stride. I mean, they're making the extra pass and not settling for that first shot that presents itself. And you see that in their shooting percentage.
Baines checked in for Williams. And it's Davis with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Carter. Back to Davis. Launches a three. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And he's a shoot-first kind of player. And when Davis is on, well, he keeps after it on offense.
Now here's Johnson. Davis kicks to McGrady. Lets it go with a three. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you can see the respect that the defense has for Davis's jumper. They just got a little too aggressive on that contest.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of crafting well continues to rise.
Well, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts, where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality players.
Now here's Brown. After the miss from Desmond Bain. Brown kicks to Carter. Inside. That's tipped. Johnson outside. Over Carter. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Johnson. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Davis, the pass to Carter. Back to Davis with the shot. And there's the call on Yao. That's his first foul. And Cincinnati making a change here. White's checked in. Ingram, he's checked in for Atlanta. For Cincinnati, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Johnson for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
Now here's White. He has yet to score. Johnson outside. Colonies the pass to Sigma. Here's White. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
Something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Now here's Brown. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. They double team Young. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Desmond Bain. Since the break, he's come back strong, really making his presence felt. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
Yeah, and make no mistake, we're watching a special guy here, and his numbers only tell a fraction of the story.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to AtLVsCIN courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Back over to you.
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Stoudemire, bounce pass. White covering. Back to Ingram. To stop the drought. It's hauled in by Sickman. Cincinnati trails by 5. Bain kicks to Johnson. Traps in the tray. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Bosch is checked in for Cincinnati. Williams comes in for White. He's guarded by Johnson. The Hawks again can't hit. And so it's Bain with it. He'll bring it up for the Lions. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Now, here's Bain. Still scoreless. Here's the break. Here's Stoudemire. And the slam dunk by Stoudemire.
Big-time power from Stoudemire. His dunks pack a thunderous punch.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. And here's Cincinnati. They're on a 17-6 run. Bain for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Ingram outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Ingram's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's his game. Ingram is so comfortable on the catch and shoot.
Johnson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sickman, and that one is stuffed right through.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Olajuwon's checked in for Cincinnati.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the Lions. Trailing by 2. Shot clock at 6. Blackman, the pass to Whiteside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
He's perfect from the line this time. 1:53 left in the third. Carter against Bain. Looks for Bosch. Gets it to him. Williams passes to Bain. Johnson in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Davis, the pass to Carter. Back to Davis. Lots of room. That one falls coming off Carter's feet. Davis has got 22 points.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Olajuwon kicks to Bosch. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. Pass to Bain. Over Carter. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut back down to 4 with the made basket from Bain. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Davis, the pass to Carter. Back to Davis. Shoots over Johnson. And Davis can't get it to go. Cincinnati has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointer since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Pass to Olajuwon. And a wide open look for Bain. Sinks the triple. Bain's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, that's Bain's go-to zone. You can't let him have a look from there.
Johnson against Davis. The jump hook. That shot off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Atlanta up 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So with Stoudemire sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Yao. Davis is out there with Carter. Then there's Brown. Olajuwon. Good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And it's Davis with the ball for Atlanta. Pass to Carter. Back to Davis. The 3. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. Olajuwon's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Bain finds Bosch. McGrady outside. And here's Olajuwon for 3. The Hawks trail. Davis, the pass to Carter. Bain with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Bain's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Davis, the pass to Carter. Back to Davis from the arc. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. It's blocked. Brown, the pass to Davis. And here's Carter. McGrady covering. It's stolen by McGrady. There's the killer two-handed slam.
You gotta love seeing McGrady when he's hot. An amazing score from any spot on the floor.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Davis is checked in for Bosch. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. Coach wanted to see more urgency when it came to closing out on shooters. He said, quote, right now we're jogging at them on the perimeter. It needs to be a sprint to run them off the line. We'll see if the guys have it in them.
All right, Allie, thanks. Now, here is Davis. And here is Brown. Here's Yao. 5 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And this is right where Yao wants to be. His size makes that easy money.
Bain looking around. Loads it up for Davis. Blows the alley-oop jam. The Hawks trail by 3. Brown the pass to Davis. Now here is Carter. Back to Davis. Over McGrady. They grab their own miss. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Brown dishes to Davis. Over McGrady.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
And it's Davis missing.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Brown against Williams. Here's Bain. Not going to go that time. Davis with some nice D. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pick by Yao to tie it up. Davis can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Now here's Brown. Carter kicks to Davis. Pass to Yao. It's Brown on the wing. Nice D from Williams. Cincinnati leading by 5. Now Bain. Going inside. On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Brown. Davis gets a wide open look. And then Olajuwon with the dunk. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
Now, here's Bain. Aaron Davis unable to get his shot to go. Bain, no good. The Hawks trail by 7. Pass to Davis. Now here is Yao. Good D by Olajuwon.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
The shot by Williams, no good. And it's Davis with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. And here is Yao. Here's Brown. The Hawks again can't hit. And here's Cincinnati. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And they pick up 2.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Davis. Pass to Carter. Back to Davis. Here's Yao. For Davis. Now can't get it to go. Outside Williams. Now here's Davis. He's guarded by Davis. McGrady outside. knocks down the 3-ball. McGrady's got the lead up to 12 now for Cincinnati.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Atlanta has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. The Lions making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Yao with it. Against Williams, and he banks the layup in.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Jacks up a 3, and down goes the 3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Brown. No good from 3. Now the Lions with it. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Carter against Johnson. Another shot, and he lays that one in.
Hey, those second chance points are found money. Tremendous effort there.
Here's Carter. Pulls the trigger. No problem with the wide open J. Ball stolen.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the button.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Now Davis, and stolen by Yao. It's stolen by Elijah.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Lions.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. Now here's Davis. Round with it. Now McGrady defending. Plenty of space. It's stolen by Davis. They get a hand on it. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Carter. Brown, right side. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh, not on my watch.
So it's the Lions picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Miami Heat. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. All right, a chance to check out stats for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
So a look at our starters for the Heat. We've got LeBron James, and it's Peyton in at the 1. And for Cleveland, we've got Bailey, and it's Sarr in at the 5. Doris, when you look at the numbers for both of these teams, you have to be impressed with their assist totals.
Oh, my goodness, yes. No hero ball in this one. These are two groups that are focused on... moving the ball and getting as many high percentage looks as they possibly can.
And so off the tip, it'll be the Heat. Pass to Sorber. James up top. Howard, the screen. Here's Wade. 6 on the shot clock. Count it.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
Here's Richardson. Pass to Christopher. Here's Bailey. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Wade. In his last outing, he had 11 points. The putback. And it's Richardson with the rebound. And here's Bailey for 3. Rebound by the Heat.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
For 3, James. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Richardson to the middle. Here's Bailey. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. For Miami, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, Wade, the pass to James. From the arc. And again, it's Miami from deep.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Christopher, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Here's Wade. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Out to James. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Pass to Sarr. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
These are his first free throws of the game. The first one falls. And Sarr drops them both. Here's James. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Wade. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. It's stolen. Now here's Richardson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Throws it up high. Oh, he sticks that one from 20 feet. The Heat with the lead. And here's Peyton, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Lays it up and banks it in.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Bailey, and he banks in the layup.
High-value assist there, finding him inside for the finish.
Miami has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Pass to Wade. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Howard. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to McHale. Back to Christopher. Fires the 3. And it's Miami with a rebound. This, their first chance to take a look at Cleveland this season. Here's Wade. That 3's off the mark. Cavaliers trail by 3. Richardson with it. Bailey, the pass to Christopher. Here's Bailey. Cleveland working the ball around now. Heading now into the final stages of the regular season. How excited are you for the playoffs, Doris?
BA, I absolutely cannot wait. This is always a long season, and there's a little bit of time left, but boy, can you feel the anticipation.
So both teams changing it up here, and he makes a first. It's both from the stripe. And so James will bring it up for Miami. To the inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Outside Johnson. There's a screen. Inside, here's Lanier. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Bridges outside. It's James on the wing. Unloads. And it's Miami with another. Cavaliers trail by 3. Richardson, the pass to Lanier. Bridges with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. And Bridges, here we go. That one goes in.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
There's the 3. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Richardson finds Johnson. Will it go? Rebound Miami.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Bridges. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Cavaliers trail by 8. It's Christopher on the wing. Check by James. Christopher, pass to Lanier. And there's the screen. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Gets stolen by Johnson. Pass to Christopher. To the paint. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. James, outside. Now here's Peyton. 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. James can't get it to go.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Miller. Johnson a screen on Bowl. Back to Christopher. It's stolen by James. Outside Richardson. There's the drive. Oh, they get a hand on it. Peyton with a steal. Now, here is James. Defense is right there.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Richardson against Jordan. Pass to Christopher. Back to Miller. Cleveland working the ball around now. Lanier. And that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
It's Bridges on the wing. Jordan the screen. The shot. Jump shot is good. Bridges has got 7 points in the game. Outside Johnson. Shoots over Bridges. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Bailey out there with Darius Garland. Then it's Miller, and it's Christopher in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Garland. Miller a screen on Bridges. Garland against Bridges. Pass to Bailey. The 3. Buries it from 3. Bailey's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
And he gets that one.
That mid-range J right in his wheelhouse. Nicely done.
Miami leading by 3. Pass to Sorber. Iguodala outside. Here's the pick. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Miller a screen on Bridges. Pass to McHale. Garland looking around. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
So aggressive with the arc. Darius Garland never shy about letting it fly.
Now Bridges. Here's Sorber. On the wing, Wade. There's a screen by Bowl. Garland against Bridges. Launches it. The rebound by Garland.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Wade, the pass to Bowl. And there it is for him.
Aggressive move in the painted area just makes some things happen.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. And stolen by Bowles. Here's Wade. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
And Garland with the basket on the assist by Bailey. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
Pass to Bridges. Launches a 3. Miller pulls it in. The Cavaliers have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Here's Christopher. Iguodala defending. Christopher's shot is good. And now just a 1-point Heat lead.
Wow, showing the ability to create for himself and others. Darius Garland, good court awareness.
Wade, the pass to Bridges. The floater, and he lays it in. Bridges has got 9.
How about the touch on that shot? That is tougher than it looks, folks.
Miller, a screen on Bridges. Pass to Bailey. Here's Christopher. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket. Here's Garland. Sorber with the rebound. Sorber's got 4 rebounds now. Iguodala finds Bridges. Wade got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Garland. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Iguodala. It's Bridges on the wing. Guarded by Garland. And the basket by Bridges.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. For the Cavaliers, Sars checked in for Miller. And Richardson subbed in for Garland. For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Outside Richardson. Cuts off the pass. Here's Wade, guarded by Richardson. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Pass to Wade. Back to Payton. 6 to shoot. Howard, the pass to Arizon. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And here's Sarm. Back to Richardson. Here's Christopher. And Alexander Sarr going to pick up the foul here. That's his first foul of the game. Jordan's checked in for Miami. James comes in for Wade. Miami leading by 7. Now Payton. No points yet. They set the pick. To the inside. And there's Howard. That one's good on the assist from James.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Now here's Richardson. It's Christopher on the wing. Over James. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Christopher's got 14 points for the game. And James has got the ball here for the Miami Heat. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Plenty of space. And it's Miami with another.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Cavaliers trail by 9. Sarr with a screen on Payton. Richardson, the pass to Johnson. It's hauled in by the Heat. Pass to Payton. Back to James. Outside Peyton. Howard, the screen. James. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. James has got 4 points this quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Richardson. No points so far. Outside Johnson. From outside, off the mark.
And one of the reasons they're down right now is because they've fallen in love with the jump shot.
Arizin, pass to Howard. James, a screen on Richardson. Pass to Arizin. Puts up a three. It doesn't go for him. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Sarr passes to Richardson. Back to Sarr. And 1:01 left in the second quarter. And Lanier gets it to go.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Outside Peyton. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. First trip to the line for him here. He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. Here's Richardson. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Christopher. Here's Lanier. Sinks that one from the post.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now here's Peyton. Here's Howard. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That one on Sarr. Miami shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And that one falls for Howard. The Cavaliers trail by 11. And here's Johnson, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. To the middle. Here's Sarr. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Boy, nice pass, a little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
And so it's Miami. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I have Kenny Atkinson alongside. Coach, I hear you tell the team, limit their easy baskets. How do you create some easy ones in your own right?
Well, first, to get out and transition ourselves. I think we're walking the ball up, and I think their defense is set. We can't create anything when their defense is set.
All right, got to get them moving. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
You look at Cleveland, they're in good position, definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seed. And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Miami Heat.
They're teaching a course.
That's it for us. Thanks for...
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Big picture question, Doris. What do you think of the direction of the game?
I love where the game is. Players have never been more skilled. The three-point shooting and the tough shot making is at its highest level. And I think the physicality that's slowly being reincorporated is perfect.
And on the floor for Mitch Johnson starting the second half. We've got LeBron James. And it's Wade in at the 2.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
So it's Miami now after the basket by Cleveland. Pass to Peyton. Back to Wade. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
The ideal pass for that situation. Great instincts.
Outside Richardson. Here's Christopher. Outside Richardson. Out to the right wing. From deep, Sarr nails it from 3. Sarr's got 7 points.
This is the value of having those stretch bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
From behind the arc. Wade misses. The Cavaliers trail by 6. McHale, pass to Richardson. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's foul number 2 for him. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Bailey to pass to Christopher. Here's McHale. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Howard grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Howard, the screen. Wade, the pass to James. The fadeaway. No good off the back of the rim. The Cavaliers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Outside Richardson. And there's the lob. James with a steal. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. Oh, stolen by Richardson. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Bailey, the pass to Sarr. Rejected by James. Miami leading by 6. Peyton with it. There's the triple. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. A different look for Cleveland. Miller comes in for Sarr. And Darius Garland subbed in for Richardson. Miami also changing it up. Bull comes in for Howard. And it's Bridges in for Peyton. Now here's Garland. 5 points in the game. Inside. It's tipped. And stolen by Bull. Here's Bridges. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. And that's 13 points for Mikal Bridges. Garland against Bridges. Pass to Bailey. Now here's Miller. Shot clock at 6. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Now, here is James. 14 points for him. Christopher, the pass to McHale. Miller outside. Sorber with the rebound. Sorber's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
James outside. For 3, Bridges. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Garland against Bridges. Pass to Bailey. Ball stolen. To the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Bridges has got 7 points here in the quarter. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Technology is key for NBA growth. Commissioner Silver said we can now see where we lose viewers. For example, stoppages for replays. One way around that is creating technology that can instantaneously make objective calls like out of bounds, and in doing so, create a better pace to the game. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
And attacking a somewhat helpless defense right now. Just a relentless effort.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And looking at the stats since the All-Star break, here are the teams who have done a remarkable job rebounding the ball. The Cavaliers in 5th.
Incredible rebounding numbers since the break. They've put in a lot of effort on the glass.
Here's Bailey. Iguodala defending. Down low. Soft touch off the glass. Miller's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Iguodala left side. Shoots over Bailey. The shot by Iguodala, no good.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
That cuts the lead to single digits. Garland's got 7.
Who says the mid-range is dead? If the defense gives it, Darius Garland will take it.
Stolen by Miller. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Iguodala outside. Pass to Arizon. And here's Cole. Clock at 6. Now Iguodala. He shoots. Again, the Heat misses. Left side, Johnson. Solid defense from Bol.
Boy, just tremendous effort on defense. That's a clear message from him. No easy buckets.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Miami shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Payton's checked in for Miami. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Garland. He's got 7. Pass to Lanier. And here's Johnson. Iguodala defending. Cleveland working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Payton against Garland. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Here's Bol. Here's Arizon. He's scoreless. From downtown, Cavaliers with a rebound. Lanier's got his 5th rebound in this one. Johnson passes to Miller. Back to Johnson. Over Iguodala. Johnson with a bucket.
Showing off the dribble moves. Able to create for himself. I love it.
To the wing, right side. Back to Payton. Spins. Outside Bull. Miller against Payton. Jordan with a screen on Miller. Payton's shot is good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Garland, the pass to Lanier. Over Jordan, and he can't bank that one in. Heat leading by 10. Here's Harrison. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Good D by Richardson. And so it's the Miami Heat earning this break in the action, up 10. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. They've got Johnson, and it's McHale in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. And there's a pick. Outside Johnson from deep. Rebound by the Heat. Jordan's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. James, left side. No good on the 3.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Sarge checked in for the Cavaliers. And Miami with a change here, too. Howard's checked in. And Cleveland's shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. Pass to Christopher. Takes the 3. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Now Payton. Back to Wade. There's a screen. Outside Payton. He drops it from range. And the Heat lead by 13.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Sarr with a screen on James. Fires top of the key. Nice jump shot. Christopher's got 19 points.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Pass to Wade. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by McHale. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Christopher from deep three-point land. It's another 3 for Cleveland. Here's Payton. Pass to Sorber. James deciding where to go with it. To the wing on the left. Sorber with a bucket.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now here's Richardson. Outside Johnson. Pass to McHale. Sorber with the rebound. Sorber's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Payton passes to James. James from distance. Easy work.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Christopher. Check by James. Richardson against Payton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. James outside. Back to Wade. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. It's Sarr, high post. Pass to McHale. And there's a 3-second violation.
I think that's going to stick with them for a while. Huge mistake at a critical juncture in the game.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Bailey's checked in for the Cavaliers. Now here's Payton. Pass to Wade. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range. Wade's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Saw a screen. Oh, there's the alley. Wade, the pass to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
One shot.
Cavaliers trail by 19. Pass to Bailey. To end the drought. Here's McHale. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Christopher. The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And there's James from the arc. It's rebounded by McHale.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Richardson to the inside, and the ball's out of bounds. It was last touched by Richardson.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
So it's Miami now. On the wing, Wade. Right side, Payton. Pass to Wade.
Come get it, come get it.
Up and over Richardson. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Now Sarr. Here's Christopher. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his 3rd foul so far. Pass to Christopher. Here's Bailey. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Richardson. Cleveland again missing.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Here's Wade. On the wing, Payton to the middle. Sarr against Howard. Sarr passes to Bailey. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. Heat leading by 19. Right side, Payton. Pass to Wade. The 3-ball. And they'll get another chance. Back to James. Fades back. The long-distance 3 is buried. James has got 20.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And now Now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, LeBron James.
And he's been in control because of how well he's shooting. He's finding holes in the defense, and he's able to capitalize. Wow, it's almost like his confidence is increasing with each basket he makes.
You know, I got to applaud his incredible energy out there tonight. Losing again was not an option for him. He wouldn't settle for anything other than a win. Lanier. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
It's just certain guys have a nose for the basketball. I don't think you teach that. Great second effort there.
James outside. They set a pick to the paint. Schwarber, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 20.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Richardson. Pass to Christopher. This one for three. The triple drop.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
Now here's Peyton. It's intercepted. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Money from three.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor. And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Heat.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
It's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17. And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for LeBron James.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Here's Wade. They battle but come up empty. And here comes Cleveland. They're on an 11-3 run. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. We look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
So no problem for Miami as they get the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, AtLVsCin. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And sometimes you have to adjust your game as Father Time starts to take a toll. And I think we've seen that. He's still a valuable contributor. And look, what he may be doing less in terms of raw scoring output, his veteran presence certainly offsets.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Knipple out there with Lever. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Vlade Radmanovic. And for the 76ers, Antetokounmpo out there with Chamberlain. Then there's Demon, and it's Houston at the 2. Now here's Giannis. Pass to Houston. Over Lever. Houston can't get it to go. Lever drives in. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Radmanovic. Now Knipple. They set the pick. Deflects the pass. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's Demon missing. Radmanovic the pass to O'Neal. Houston pulls it in. The 76ers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Demon. Can't cash in from close range.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Knipple. And the wing jumper offline.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. With the playoffs on the horizon, Richard, we're seeing some of the top teams rest their players a little bit.
Yeah, you want to prevent injury, but you also want your go-to guy to have some fresh legs. Limit their minutes now. It'll pay dividends in the postseason.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. And here's a list of players that have been coming through for their team on both ends of the floor. The point guards with the most steals over the course of the last month. And you look at Demon, such quick hands, second in the NBA. And, of course, Pat Lever.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
Yeah, it's just not their quickness or their hands that have them at the top of the list. It's their defensive instincts that set them apart.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Pass to Kneppel. O'Neal sets the screen for Kneppel. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The 76ers leading by 7, driving the lane. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lever, no good.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
To the middle. Here's Chamberlain, and Chamberlain with the stuff.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Now, here's Lever. No scoring in this one. O'Neal. That's in there. Lever with the assist.
Finally, after all those planks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
Here's Demon. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. The tray. Orlando grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
To the paint. Here's Radmanovic to the inside. And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Demon, another miss by Philadelphia.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Here's Demon. Nothing on the board. Chamberlain with a screen on O'Neal. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of this game. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Magic trail by 7. Pass to Person. Here's Porzingis beyond the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Porzingis' ability to space the floor creates a lot of matchup problems defensively.
Right side, Porter. Outside, Porzingis. Orlando moving the ball around. And again, it's the Magic from deep. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Magic?
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
The 76ers need to get off the shot. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And here we go. Thompson heading to the... Oh,
yes! And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. And so it's Lever who brings up the ball for Orlando. It's a three-point game. A 3. Thompson with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
I see him. Here's Demon. From the wing. And again, it's Philadelphia. The Magic trail by 5. To the wing on the left. Here's Person. The Magic again can't hit. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And slam dunk by Kamara.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
The 76ers leading by 7. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first. Here's Thompson. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Barnes. Will it go? That shot, no good. The 76ers have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Taking a look at Orlando, they're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And checking out Philadelphia, they're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And seeing where the 76ers are, well, they have clear goals in this final month. Time to secure a spot in the play-in because that's their ticket into the playoffs.
Murray's checked in for the 76ers. Hardaway comes in for Demon.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
2 shots.
Second team foul.
Elbow. 2.
The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he can't hit the second. The Magic trail by 9. Porter a screen on Hardaway. Inside, trying to get something going, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Porter's got 5.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Thompson outside. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Thompson's got his third bucket of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so it's Philadelphia in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic start in the second. Lever is out there with Knipple. Then there's Radmanovich. Then it's DeBusschere. This one for three. Good on the triple. Houston's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
And this is where Houston is at his best. So good at just catching and shooting.
Back to Lever. Over Hardaway. It's good from about 19 feet.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Guys?
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here is DeBusschere after the Sixers pick up two.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
Murray outside. Pass to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Shoots. And Lever pulls it down.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Here's Radmanovich. Now Knipple. Now DeBusschere. He had 16 points in the win against Phoenix. Pass to Houston. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. These are the top distributors of the basketball for the last 10 games as shown on the 2K leaderboard. And you look at Lever, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Both teams will make substitutions. And so it's Lever who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic, trailing by 10. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Chamberlain's checked in for Philadelphia. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Kneppel. Here's Radmanovic. Screen by O'Neal. His first shot coming late. Another miss by Orlando.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Demon, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Houston. 9 points last game. 6 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here we can check out the story for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Porzingis is checked in for Orlando. The Magic trail by 8. And here is Lever. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Suns in Phoenix.
Putting others before himself, racking up assists. Hey, I wish I played with more guys like him.
And Chamberlain with the stuff.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Here's Kneppel. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Plenty of space. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Chamberlain. Jacks up a 3. And it's Demon missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Here's Chamberlain. Pass to Demon. Got us a screen on Lever. And it's Demon missing.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
Here's Radmanovic. Still yet to score. Outside, Porzingis. O'Neal is screen on Chamberlain. The 3 from Porzingis. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Giannis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Unloads from 13. Jump shot is good. He has 5.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Magic trail by 12. Pass to Person. Good D by Thompson.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
O'Neal with the steal. Lever kicks to O'Neal. Lever with the screen for O'Neal. It's Porter outside. The three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got it back down to single digits for the Magic. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. At the top of the key, Kamara. There's a screen by Kamara. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 11.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
O'Neal kicks to Porter. Offline with his three. 76ers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Pass to Chamberlain. Kamara down low. O'Neal's there. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Demon. Here's Chamberlain, and Chamberlain with the stuff.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now, here's Porter. Lever taking his time here. No good from outside. The 76ers leading by 13. Here's Demon. That's short off the rim.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Lever outside. O'Neal sets the screen for Porzingis. And stolen by Chamberlain. Person against Thompson. Down low. Pass to Kamara. Chamberlain with a screen on Lever. Here's Demon. The second effort. And Chamberlain gets it to go. Chamberlain got 12 points in the game.
Well, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Porzingis passes to Porter. Trying to end the drought. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. AtLVsCin, he's checked in for Chamberlain. Murray comes in for Toumani Camara. Hardaway is subbed in for Demon. For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against Phoenix. On the wing, Thompson. They set the screen. Pass to Misi.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Thompson. He's averaging 6 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And to have a player who can fill it up like him coming in off the bench, what an asset.
He's crucial to the success of their second unit because he can keep that offense rolling.
The free throw drops for Misi. Both shots good from the stripe. Here are the Magic now. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Person. Barnes kicks to Porter. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Porter's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
On the wing, Hardaway. And here's Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. Launches it. Rebound by the Magic. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
And it's the 76ers with the ball, following the bucket by Orlando. Thompson against Person. Off with the layup. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story, things are going well for the Philadelphia 76ers. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so I'd like to ask him first, Ernest.
Well, everybody wanted me, Kenny. Don't be jealous. I say LA is way up there. You know, because you're always home. Especially during the 3P days. It was very, very hot there.
Yeah, you kind of set yourself up for that one, Jeff.
I know.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Orlando Magic.
Well, they've been inconsistent. They'll take one good shot and then take one wild one the next time.
Yeah, we see a lot of teams like that these days.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep.
Philadelphia leading by 9. We've got Demon. Kumbo is out there with Chamberlain. And it's Houston at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Now, here is Chamberlain. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. No good on that one. And so it's Lever who brings up the ball for Orlando. Baseline J on the way. Goes back up. And sends it right off the glass. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's Knipple.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
Chamberlain a screen. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Pass to Knipple. No good on the shot.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
On the wing, Giannis. Chamberlain, no luck. The Magic trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Knipple. Another miss by Orlando.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting him with all of these misses.
Chamberlain down low. With the free throw line, Jay.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And he makes that one. 6 points for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Houston. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove back in.
Knipple with it. Nothing on the board. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Chamberlain got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Pass to Houston. Pulls up on the wing. Connects the jumper drop. Houston's got 5 points so far.
A much-needed bucket after clanking their first 4 shots.
And timeout by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Look at the 2K leaderboard. Certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. The 76ers #1.
And they've really been emphasis on offensive rebounding. And guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
And Orlando has possession. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second. Here's Demon. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now, here's Lever. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Radmanovich for 3. Chamberlain with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 11. That's the Demon. Here's Chamberlain. And that's Knipple with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers call time here. He's checked in for Chamberlain. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Orlando. O'Neal against Giannis. Pass to Houston. Clock at 6. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Demon. Here's Giannis. O'Neal with a defensive effort. And so it's Lever who brings up the ball for the Magic. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Pass to Demon. Screen by Giannis. Yep, that one goes. Giannis has got 6 points. So it's Orlando now, trailing by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Igor Demon. That's his first foul. Murray's checked in for Philadelphia. Hardaway comes in for Demon. Orlando also making some changes. Zinkas, he's checked in for O'Neal. And Person subbed in for Temple. Now here's Barnes. He has yet to score. Just 5 on the clock. Banked in off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy, you can plug in just about anywhere.
Fires from 18. That's in there. Lever with the assist. Lever's got 4 assists now tonight. And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Basketball takes a beautiful game, but Commissioner Adam Silver said the most important part from our standpoint is ensuring that there's always competitive tension on the floor. Fans like the physical aspect that comes with this game. We don't want that to be lost. Kevin, back to you.
Keeping that edge. Thanks so much for the report, Allie.
He's getting after it, but needs some help if they're going to get it done.
Pass to Murray. He tries for 3. Drills it from outside. Murray's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Person. The ball is knocked loose and stolen by Murray. Pass to Houston. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
He's been off. Still, they're up. Not all is lost.
Here's Person. No scoring in this one. Porzingis passes to Lever. Good, with time running down on the shot clock. The 76ers leading by 8. And Philadelphia calls time here. The 76ers with some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Murray. It's Thompson in for Hardaway. DeBusschere, he's checked in for the Magic. Michael Porter comes in for Porzingis. Now Misi. Pass to Houston. Shoots over Lever. The offensive rebound. And Misi.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Person. Outside Porter. Orlando moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 for Barnes. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. 1:39 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Houston. Over Lever. Houston can't get it to go.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Here's Thompson. He's covered by Person. Thompson against Person. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 8.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Now, here's Thompson. 8 points for him. Pass to Misi. Stolen by DeBusschere. Now, here's Lever. Not a lot of room. Now, here's Barnes. Now, here's Porter. Covered by Giannis. DeBusschere doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's been their defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And so in the game for the Magic, they've got O'Neal. Lever is out there with Knipple. Then there's Radmanovich. And now Orlando on the break. In the corner, Knipple with it. That fall. Great assist by Lever. Lever's got 6 assists in the game. The 76ers leading by 4. Pass to Misi. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
And one of the most prolific scorers you'll find. Will keeps finding ways to raise the bar, as evidenced by his output here tonight.
Here's Knipple. To the middle. It's tipped. And they're moving it up. Here's Misi. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the 76ers lead by 8. And guys, what do you think about the hustle for the 76ers?
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
That's been all night long. And also dominating the offensive boards, and that's been winning them a lot of extra looks at the hoop.
Knipple, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Houston. Back to Chamberlain. 4 on the clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Jermaine O'Neal.
First team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, Will Chamberlain. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the 76ers making a change here. And the second free throw, good. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Kneppel. O'Neal sets the screen for Kneppel. Rebound by the 76ers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. And the 76ers lead by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The Magic again can't hit.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Moving the ball around. Pass to Houston. 6 to shoot. Chamberlain a screen from downtown. And it's Orlando with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
He hit 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't had anything since.
Here's Radmanovic. They need this. Another miss by Orlando. The 76ers leading by 11. Pass to Chamberlain. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Lever outside. A kick out to O'Neal. Here's Kneppel. No good on the triple.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Here's Demon. Back to Misi. And he banks in the layup. Misi's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Out to the right wing. Kneppel with it. O'Neal up top. Over to the left wing. Pass to Radmanovic. Here's Kneppel. Fires for 3. The Magic again can't hit.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Magic trail by 18. Pass to Kneppel. Get it. Nailed from three-point land.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Kneppel. Lever kicks to O'Neal. And they call the foul, so he's got the one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Shooting one. How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And as the NBA gets more involved in global basketball, Richard, you and I were just talking about this. Commissioner Silver wondering about shortening games to 40 minutes. What are your thoughts?
Well, in the game of 2K, I think the sweet spot is about a 5-minute quarter. But in real life, if you change 48 minutes, there will be a revolt.
The match up by 14. Lever outside. Pass to Kneppel. Here's Radmanovic. The three-pointer, no good. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Demon. Now, here is Chamberlain. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the 76ers lead by 17.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits. And he has to build on this because we can see where him being the ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Houston. And that's Kneppel with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Radmanovic.
Orlando substitution. Number 14. Scotty Barnes.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for your Sixers, number 8, taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. So he comes up empty, missing both. The Magic trail by 15. Knocks down the three.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this had. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Here's Houston. Here's Demon. All alone. The shot is good. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Orlando Magic. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. And it wasn't a very happy huddle. Coach told the team, quote, "We need to be better with the ball. We're committing too many turnovers. It's hurting us." Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Outside lever. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Can't get it to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now, here is Chamberlain. He's covered closely.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Outside lever. Here's O'Neal. Barnes. And he does not hit.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the 76ers.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And Philadelphia has possession. Following the miss by Pat Lever. Tries from 10, and that one drops.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Here's Knippel. Barnes outside. Here's Demon. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They poured it out a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Giannis, a tremendous performance. What enabled you to win this game so convincingly?
It was a team effort. I think we came out, we did not mess around with the game. We did our job, we defended, we moved the ball. That's how we were able to close the game.
Giannis always recognizing the importance of his teammates. Thanks so much, Giannis.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports as we present our player of the game.